we have our first piece of news here coming from IGN. If you guys already have it opened, or you can go to the schedule to open it up. It is about Fortnite Battle Royale. IGN says Fortnite Battle Royale is coming to iOS and Android with full crossplay support with PlayStation 4 and PC. So basically this game is taking over. It's releasing almost everywhere. The news is a little bit old, but I think the interesting thing here isn't necessarily that it's coming to iOS or Android and everything, which they say it's going to be the exact same version of the game, just downgraded to actually work on iOS and everything. So you're going to get the same 100-player mode experience, but I want to bring this up because I played Fortnite for the first time a couple of weeks ago, thanks to CC and some other friends that I have on Twitch. And it seems like it would be the perfect game to port over to the Nintendo Switch. I know there's like a lot of people, their argument whenever you mention bringing a port or optimizing a game for the Nintendo Switch is that the Switch wouldn't be able to run it. Like whether it was games like Doom, which we ended up seeing running on the Switch, or, you know, everyone has their fantasy game, and the biggest argument is just like, oh, the Switch can't run that game. They'd have to like severely downgrade it, and then all of the features would be taken out. It wouldn't be fun. And we do see some bad ports like the WWE game that runs at like less than half speed.
Rip.
So
yep.
Yeah,
they got $60 out of me.
Yeah. So with this Fortnite, if they're able to put it on iOS and Android phones and everything and still have all of the complete features, I see no reason why they couldn't put this on the Nintendo Switch. Because if I'm able to play it on my iPhone, which I have right here, why wouldn't I be able to play it on the Nintendo Switch? So I think this is a thing that not if it'll come out on Switch, I think it's just when it comes out on the Nintendo Switch. So since you are our new guest here, why don't you go ahead and discuss your thoughts on this, John?
John? Oh, me. Okay, yeah. Look for an August or September release for Fortnite, by the way, on the Switch, because I'm pretty confident it is coming, and I think it's going to be this year. It's running Unreal Engine 4. It's got a 60 frames per second patch on the Xbox and the PS4. 720p 30 frames per second on the Switch should be about right. 600p in handheld mode. You're going to see it on the Switch soon. They're trying to put Fortnite on everything because PUBG is still a mess technically, and Fortnite is made by Epic, who made Unreal Engine 4. And they've worked closely with other developers to help them get games on the Switch with Unreal Engine. So yeah, it'll show up. They're trying to get it on everything. It's free to play, and then you can buy in or loot boxes, and it's very popular. Battle Royale. There's nothing on the Switch like it, so why wouldn't you go after an audience that's thirsty for that?
Yeah. Yep. And it seems like you've already put a lot of thought into this.
I covered it already, so I could probably bring my notes up and read right over it. But yeah, no, it is coming to the Switch. You might see it at E3, or you might actually see it before E3 get announced for a fall release.
All right, and what are your thoughts on this, Miss Click?
I mean, I agree. As someone who's probably streamed both of these games, a decent amount. Fortnite, I haven't necessarily streamed as much, mainly because I'm not going to say all my eggs were in one basket, but PUBG it ended up being like just as much of a IRL group of friends that we'd always constantly play with versus also viewers I would end up playing with. PUBG, obviously, like you said, it's a technical mess. Like they just are very like stagnant. I understand their team is nowhere near the scale that Fortnite has currently, you know, the backing behind it. But it definitely is like Fortnite is so easily accessible for so many more of my viewers than PUBG ever was. PUBG always crashing, always just not even working on someone's computer. They couldn't even run it properly. Fortnite, I mean, the fact that it's already way more accessible to everybody else. And the Battle Royale, like you said, is a very popular theme at the moment. And I'm in an alpha right now for another Battle Royale game that's about to come out. And I can't imagine what they're going through right now since Fortnite's blown up.
What is the other Battle Royale game?
Islands of Nine.
Okay.
With a Y. So it's a very, very cool experience, but I definitely can tell that, you know, other people who are in this Battle Royale, you know, type scheme right now are probably going to be learning from Fortnite in the sense that, you know, PUBG really kind of, I don't want to say it's PUBG and all that stuff. I want to say mainly it's the streamers that made it popular. You know, you have like these big names that you really think of when you think of PUBG. Who do you think of? Maybe like Summit, Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, all these different names. And now they're all switching over to Fortnite.
Yeah.
So I honestly think that with all this backing behind it, all these names, it would just be ridiculous for them not to put it to Switch. So, I mean, to be honest, it would make sense, if Nintendo, were to come out and be like, yo, in collaboration, it's coming out. And it's going to be this year. You know, so it'd be cool.
We've seen a lot of third-party games come over to the Switch, which we'll talk about here in a second, and have some sort of Nintendo-only features, like whether it's Link's outfit in Skyrim or the upcoming Phantasy Star game featuring some of the Breath of the Wild content. Do you guys see Fortnite having any sort of Nintendo-themed content included? Like
probably not. I'd be shocked, honestly, if they gave it away for free. It'd probably be something you have to buy.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't give it away for free, but it might have something. I mean, here's the thing: Nintendo's weird about this because they're weird about having their stuff in games that have guns and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I know it's cartoony, but
that was
like there's nothing in Doom, right? There's nothing like you can't put on a Mario mask in Payday 2.
Yeah.
Like you see what I'm saying? You can't do a lot of stuff, but of course they gave Mario like this very, in this case, exaggerated blaster in Mario Rabbids. Nothing like a machine gun or something.
I was gonna say Mario Rabbids. One of the rules was that they didn't want any of the characters to have like realistic looking guns. So after there was Mario themed stuff for the Wii U version of Minecraft, and now that's carried over to the Nintendo Switch version as well. I think like the gates are open for Nintendo to do anything, like whatever deal they have to set up, whether it's like Nintendo gets a little bit higher of the percentage from the cut whenever the game sells, or whatever deal they have worked out. I don't think it would take that much if a developer truly wanted some sort of Nintendo themed content, because there's people that I know that had already bought Skyrim on PC or PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and they only bought the Switch version because of the Breath of the Wild content. If the Breath of the Wild content wouldn't have been in there, they wouldn't have bought it. Like, they literally bought it just so they could dress up like Link and run around, terrorize villagers and kill dragons and stuff. So there are people that will buy the game just for the Nintendo specific content that otherwise wouldn't have. So in a way, I think it would be not only in the third party, whoever it may be, but Nintendo's favor as well to add in some of that Nintendo themed content, because that again might be the one thing that pushes them in the right direction to actually want to go out and buy the content. So like if Fortnite, if you can run around with like some sort of logo or something on your, like even if it's something that small, just like so you can tell, oh, this person's playing on Nintendo Switch. I can tell because they have a Mario mushroom or something, or they're wearing a red hat. So
do you think they would incorporate crossplay between Xbox?
Well, with Minecraft, you can already do that on the Switch, can't you?
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. But like Sony, they just released the Fortnite patch notes where they're going to have crossplay for Xbox, PC, and everything. But then PlayStation's on the other side. You cannot talk to each other there, despite them being able to, because they accidentally turned it on one time.
Yeah.
And Phil Spencer wanted them to keep it on, but more than likely Sony executives were telling them to turn it off.
So in this case, what you're talking about? We're still talking about Fortnite.
I'm talking about Fortnite. Yeah, a while ago
they
actually left it on, and they had it so the PS4 and Xbox One gamers could actually play against each other at one point.
So
they turned it back off.
You couldn't interact with Xbox One people, but you could still interact with people from other consoles or other versions?
Well, right now they have it so that the Xbox can play with PC and soon-to-be mobile gamers. The PS4 can play with, in this case, PC or mobile gamers soon, but PS4 and Xbox One users cannot play together. But they accidentally turned on whatever it is, the toggle or whatever that let them do it a while ago for about a day. And at that point, they turned it off. But Phil Spencer told everybody it wasn't Microsoft that made them turn it off.
Yeah.
So it is possible. So my question is, what do you think Nintendo would just show up and say, yeah, crossplay with the PS4 and with the Xbox users?
I don't see why they wouldn't do that. See, I got confused what you were saying at
they're
first.
doing what they're doing with Rocket League currently.
Yeah.
It's a confusing situation.
Because
like
whenever I mentioned I played Fortnite for the first time a couple of weeks ago, I was playing the PS4 version, and the people I was playing with were playing on PC. So I got confused when you said there wasn't the crossplay, but you were talking about specifically the console crossplay with PlayStation, Xbox. So that's where the confusion came from there for a second. But yes, with the Nintendo Switch, like you already need your phone to like communicate with people, so I don't know if that would be something that would interest a lot of people. But if you were just allowed to
not
play,
for long, I'll say that.
Yeah, but like the crossplay in general, like taking the voice chat situation out of the question, I see no reason why they wouldn't allow you to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they'll pull that into September, by the way.
Yeah, because I see a lot of people saying, why would I spend money on this game that I can already get for free on PlayStation or Xbox or PC when like I already have my profile and everything on those versions. So why get it on the Switch if they're not going to let me play with my friends who are on PlayStation? Because I see the big thing is you can play it on the go. Like if you don't have a gaming laptop or you don't want to haul your PlayStation 4 or Xbox One with you to some hotel, then you can just pick up and take your Nintendo Switch. So
you will at least see crossplay between the Switch, the Xbox, and PC, though, at least that group. Because even another game called Crazy Justice is coming out, and it's going to have crossplay between the Xbox, the PC, and the Switch. Not the PS4, though.
I think crossplay in general is just one of the most genius things that should have been done a long time ago.
Yep, I agree.
So,
I mean, if you think about it, as far as like going back to the whole gun situation, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were even, making it like if you have Rocket League, the Switch edition, you get the specific cars, but obviously everybody else in the other platforms don't see the cars that you have. They just see it as like a standard car. I wouldn't be surprised if like you said, they were worried about realistic looking guns or something like that, of anything of that sort. I wouldn't see them past it. Epic has, for holiday events, they've made all the guns look like pumpkins or, candy canes and stuff like that. They've done tons of different things. I wouldn't hold it past them if they were really big on that, to where Epic wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we'll totally make the guns look different.
Yeah.
All
Sure.
right. Well, do you guys have any final words on this before we move on to our next piece of news with Super Smash Brothers?
It's coming soon. Fortnite's coming soon, so there you go.
So, okay, well, first off, I do want to ask you this. If it does come, which you're 100% believing it will, when do you think it will be announced? Do you think this is an E3 announcement? Or do you think it's something
they don't really need it to be an E3 announcement because it's a free game, basically. So usually E3 are trying to sell your games. They're just trying to get people to download it for free. So they could tell us whenever. Honestly, they could tell us, I don't know, May. April.
I forgot what game it was, but no, it was Outlast recently. There was an interview that I was reading where the developer said it only took a few weeks for them to completely port all of the Outlast games to the Switch.
It was I think it was a LinkedIn post that was found where I just saw that on Twitter today or yesterday. And it said it took like a couple weeks to get it ported over. Yeah,
and then like I imagine it wasn't even the entire team, because you're going to have a lot of the team working on whatever the next project is or fixing bugs and stuff, so only like a portion would be actually working on the port itself. But anyways, I guess we can move on to our next piece of news concerning Super Smash Brothers. Now, Miss Click, Spawnwave, are you guys excited? It's finally confirmed. Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch. This is